Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Lance.
Over the middle, complete. That's Peters.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, pass.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Bonds.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He's going to keep this again.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, a run with Hall.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Bonds.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
He finds his man complete. It's Hughes. Throwing again on second down. Lance. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Got his man. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On third down, Bonds. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Looking to throw. Bonds. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Lance.
His throw incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year. But you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run. So this game is crucial.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number 1, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now Lance. Man open, that's Debo. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Give to Hall running right, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. That was no 3rd and 2, that was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here we go now on 1st and goal. He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
He finds his man, complete. That's Peters. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Lance going to throw.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Michael Pittman, 2 touchdown catches on the...
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on third down, Bonds. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
And Lance now to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Over the middle, complete. That's Peters.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. On 2nd and 11 now. Lance, open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Option play. Here's Hall.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bonds. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
First down, and they'll try to run the option left.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They run it with Hall off the option.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Bonds. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Cowboys look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback with the fly as soon as the target came through. And he's got it. Made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield.
down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lance looking to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, running out the nickel package for a good 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. He's going to try and do this himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted. Now, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hall again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Bonds. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. And forthcoming a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Lance now on 1st down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance.
And incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletion sets.
To throw, it's Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll go again with Hall.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.